It's the final installment of the living room makeover series of my sister's house. We have transformed her fireplace, changed the couch, and now we are finally adding in the little details to make this feel like home. Hello you guys and welcome back. We are in my sister's living room today again. Obviously that's my makeover. If you missed it, we have been transforming her living room one little bit at a time. Last year I painted all of these walls. They used to be gray and we just did them a beautiful, kind of just the creamiest bit white. We have transformed her fireplace, not fully, but just a bit. She had done the lime wash technique, but there was still so much gap between the stone. So we did the over grouting technique and it turned out really good. It was actually very simple, really easy DIY project if you guys are looking for one. So now today, this is going to be in parts for me, but it'll hopefully be one video for you guys. Lots of pieces are gonna come together. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already so you guys can see this full makeover, as well as I have so much planned at my house. I've talked too long, so let's just go ahead and jump into the video. Not gonna lie, I totally forgot that I was doing this today, so I really hope I don't get paint on like my new favorite outfit. You guys have seen me in this outfit a lot because I love it. Also, it's slightly chilly today, but spring is coming fast in North Carolina, which means warmth, which means I won't be able to wear a sweater, so getting full advantage of this sweater. So this is her oversized fireplace thing that we're gonna get rid of. And so we have this beautiful fireplace, which she has like fans, I think, on the side or something. I don't know. I don't have a real working fireplace and mine is much older, so I don't have any of this stuff. But anyways, so these are like have to stay, but it just makes this such an interesting shape and size. So she wants to spray paint this in a creamy color. The colors were limited because we have to do a high heat paint. So we're working with what we got, and that is this. It's probably a little bit creamier than we want, but it's the only option. So flat almond is the color that we're gonna go with, and that's all there is to it. So we're basically gonna paint it and pray that I don't get it on my clothes. Yeah. Claire has a lot of faith in me. Wait, I have cardboard. Am I supposed to, yeah, but cardboard doesn't bend. Yeah, it's supposed to tie down. Oh, come sideways. We have more mortar in the garage. You have a mask? No, I used it. What did you say? You used it last time. That was my only one. How about the bandana? I'll take the bandana. Used, so it's going to my hair. We can always paint it back to black. No, we can't. Oh. Let me make it white. How hot is fire it? Oh, put it while you're ahead. Fire off. If I could go back, I probably would have spray painted this first and then done all that stuff. Finger doesn't want to work. Okay, we have the 1.5 coats on this. I'm gonna let her decide. I feel like a little bit of paint on the floor. Hang on. Floor's a little sticky. Anyways, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. We'll get new floor. So we did 1.5 coats of the spray paint on here. We probably need another can. I mean, the can's empty. So she can look at it. I feel like I'd be more comfortable if there was just like one more coat on there. my finger was also not working anymore. So now I totally understand why they started making like those spray paint bottles with like a trigger almost, because this was killing me. I actually really love the color. I think it's showing up a little bit more of a contrast on the camera, but in person, it just flows so much better with what's going on. Would I have loved this color to if it even been half of what it was? Absolutely, but I'm actually really happy with this. I think it's much better than just the stark black that just sticks out like a sore thumb in this space. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and let that dry, and then it actually dries very fast, but we're gonna let that dry, but now we're gonna go ahead and roll out the rug. And I'm so excited that Homerilla was so kind to give this to us. They also gave us the curtains in our other videos, so beautiful company. I'll list them down below, but we're gonna go ahead and roll out this rug, and then she and her children are not allowed to step foot in here ever again because it's a beautiful wool rug.
Oh, wait.
Okay, Brooke, down the living room, please.
Thanks.
Brooke, come out of the living room, please, now. Look, Coco's filming, go out there. So big. It feels so nice. It's wool. I know. That's why everybody should stay away. It's an animal. It's animals. It's not synthetic. This will heal your body. I can lay on it. Yeah. Feel free to help. I believe that one will be. You got this. Good thing I have your friend. Yeah. I'm finally over. Go for it.
We got nowhere to be. Just a slow dance with the summer heat. World outside can't wait a few. 'Cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton blinds. Your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall.
Look at the camera, looks even worse. Like there's no chairs, like they wouldn't even cover the chairs. It looks better on the camera.
We got nowhere to be.
The rug is stunning. It is so beautiful. The perfect color. I'll have all the details linked down below. Oh my gosh, love. Size is beautiful. You can actually customize.
Mommy, I picked some from the kitchen.
Just don't put it in the toilet.
I did.
Don't.
Why?
It's too thick for the toilet.
I did.
So we are going to do a mini gallery wall here, obviously. I've started, but I just have to, this frame is so cool. It's so beautiful, it has some nice visual texture, but they have 2 picture hooks. This is so unnecessary. One tiny nail would hold this thing up. So now I have to make it level, just because if I had tools, I would take those out and then just put one in the center. Maybe I can. I just wanted to risk damaging the frame because it's not mine, but that's so unnecessary. So unnecessary, because then you have to get them both level. It's annoying, nobody wants to do that. What the heck? It's not bad. For no level, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see. What else we're working with? just need one more picture for up there. But I love this. This is so cute. And then obviously she just has to pick out her pictures. I left the price tags on and all that just because I want to make sure that she really likes it. But a little gallery wall, and it's great because this room, her home in general is very not busy. And so it can handle a little bit of a busier corner. So super cute. Love it.
Everything bars.
Oh yeah, I brought you.
Oh, bring me back to that day. I had all of this waiting ahead. It kills to be halfway alive since I had you. And word that I see you again. I don't mind spending a little time away, but want your hands and not pixels on a web. Down with this internet. I run and I run, call you up, you're on the other side. Say my name, kiss my name, believe no more. It's like we're right here, then I realize how gonna happen. Worth the call. Say my name, I'm not here, can we go so far? The quiet has a way with words. Thank you for my thoughts of letting up.
Right?
Them from racing,
Yeah, I mean,
driving me crazy.
No, I was saying that
You
because
till it hurts.
is that pretty?
I spend a little time away. Want your hands and not pixels on a web. Enough of this internet. I run and I run, call you up, you're on the other side.
So this is my sister's kitchen, and it is small but mighty. However, the window is large and mighty. She wants to add some character to it, and the easiest way we know to do that is by adding curtains. You guys know I absolutely love 2 pages. I've worked with them countless times, and I like to say that curtains are like the frame to a piece of art. So you can have a piece of art by itself and it's absolutely beautiful, but when you frame it, it just takes it to the next level and just really makes you hone in and focus. And so that's kind of what we want to do here. We need your help though, because it is a large window. We really like the idea of cafe curtains. However, we're not quite sure if it would really work on this window. And so we think we might have to do above, which is totally fine as well. There's also valances, or we could do a Roman shade. And so I'm gonna give some mock-ups here, and I would love for you guys to give your opinion on some color and some pattern. Go ahead and vote your options. I think I'll do probably A, B, C, D, and leave it down in the comments down below what you guys think would look best in the space. 2 pages is wonderful because you guys know that you can completely customize your curtains. You can choose the width, the length, how thick you want them to be, if you want normal or triple pleating or French pleat, as well as they have blackout, which I personally love for my kids' bedrooms. Or for something like here in a kitchen, you can do no privacy lining at all, just so that way you get the beautiful soft texture coming through that fabric. And the shipping is actually so quick, you guys, for custom curtains. I swear every time I order, I have them at my house within 2 weeks, if not less. So highly recommend. I will have the link for you guys down below that you can shop, as well as my discount codes. You can save even more. I love this company and I love these curtains. And I know that my sister is gonna love them in here as well. So help us out with this design decision, and thank you again to 2 pages for sponsoring this portion of the video. Now let's get back to the living room makeover. Okay, the cabinet is built. It took a little bit longer than it was supposed to because I put things backwards like twice, and then I had to uninstall and well, anyways, totally fine. Absolutely beautiful. I will have this link down below for you guys. Stunning. At first, My sister had wanted because they have this in a really, the tone of the brown that they have is gorgeous. I just said, oh, I don't know, like the vibe you've given me is much more neutral. And since we've actually looked at the inspiration photo, we've added a lot more wood in here. And so I had said, let's go ahead and do the neutrals. But then when we added more wood in here, I was like, oh my gosh, should we have done the wood? We were both a little bit nervous. But having them here, I think it's just like a nice breath, kind of, because we've got some dark side tables. I'm gonna show you the chairs in a second, and I just feel like this is good. I feel like it's not competing with the woods. It's not too much wood, it's not too much white. I don't know, it just works. So really pleased with how it turned out. So now we're gonna go ahead and style the shelves. And you guys know, styling shelves, specifically at my house, it's a bit harder. I feel like it's harder when you have a larger area to style, obviously, but also I'm more of like the vintage and antique look, and so you're trying to fit like unique forms into a space, if that makes sense. However, I found that as I go on, a lot of people have already figured out the formula, and it's best just to follow it. Obviously, you can put your own twist on it, add your own personal taste to it, but I think I shared my coffee table recently in a video, and it's literally just like vase, books, candle, and a tray, and it just works. There's a reason why it's repeated, is because it's easy and it works, and it can make it look impressive and elegant and all the things. So we're gonna do the same here. Clara has gone shopping for a bunch of random things, and we're gonna fill this shelf. I don't know if I mentioned, but there's supposed to be a second shelf, so we're just waiting to hear back because I was supposed to get a second one. So anyways, all that being said is that, yeah, she just bought a bunch of stuff, so we're gonna play around. We're gonna start. So, books and pictures, you can't go wrong. So typically, if you just get a nice book, again, we're kind of going with neutrals here. We don't want to make anything too crazy. Same thing with our pictures. You don't really want them to pop. I get obviously that like this is life and you're gonna have a picture where your son has a red shirt or something like that, but if you can find pictures that are more on the neutral side, especially if you're styling a neutral cabinet, it's just gonna look a lot more cohesive, whereas if you have a picture with a lot more color, it's gonna look a little bit off. So she's chosen something that's very springy and light, and then also black and white photo of her and her hubby. So cute. And then again, just layering. If you see here, like if I have one, it kind of works. But if we just layer just a smaller one in front, we're one, able to put another photo, but two, it just looks a little bit more styled. And then we found this, the tag's gone. I think everything is either Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, I believe. I don't think there was much variation from that, but this pot was so pretty, and this greenery, I have not seen a lot of plants with like this beautiful dark green, and she has this in a lot of places in her home, so this is perfect. It's gonna pull it in from her dining room, it's gonna pull it in from the couch pillow, so really loved that. And then vases are always great. They're always great. These were, again, TJ Maxx, really affordable. They have beautiful shapes, colors, sizes, and so we're just gonna layer that here as well. And you guys are probably like, wow, she's doing a lot better than she used to. I did this before I filmed it, so just so you know, I gotta be truthful, you guys. So I already know the way that this is gonna play out. We already played around a bit. But yeah, so just instead of just doing one, because this would be too mimicking of that, we're gonna do two, and you may be like, well, it's 2 and 2, but it's different styles, different shapes, and the book kind of breaks it up a little bit, and I promise overall it's gonna look good. Now my sister has babies, obviously, so that's also why we opted for a cabinet that had cabinets below so she can hide things in it. Boxes and baskets are also a great way to hide the everyday things. If she needs an extra diaper, she can put wipes in here. This would also be a great place if you had a TV in here and you wanted to hide your remotes from your children. You'd hide them in something like this. You could put well, I was gonna say your Bible, but I want my Bible to be on display. But anyways, a basket is a great way, like I said, to hide stuff, but also add a different texture. So I really like that woven material. Again, it is a bookshelf, so we need some books, and she found some in the color scheme that we have throughout her house. Again, pulling in colors that are similar to the wood tones that she's got going on, or at least complementing. So really pretty stack here. Did I have that on this second? So we're gonna kind of offset the weight we have here because this is too similar, so we're gonna stack something on top of this. These are pillar candles. These are great for styling, really pretty. You can even get them with texture, or you can get them with different like texture, yeah, or different colors. And these are just great to style. These are from At Home. You can get them anywhere. Pretty sure Hobby Lobby, online, you guys know. These are a normal thing. So we're just gonna make that look like this. And now you can see how that now makes it different from this, but still pulls in the elements of a grouping. Grouping in threes is obviously very good, but it doesn't necessarily mean that like this has to be a three. Like this is kind of also a three, but this is a three here, or singular. You want to kind of do it in the off numbers. 1, 3, and 5 is a really good number when you're trying to style. Last but certainly not least, we are styling this beautiful bowl. This is my sister. This was like her first big girl home decor purchase. If you guys know, especially for those of you who watch my channel, we all thrift, we love to thrift, that we don't typically spend money on things, but this was something that stopped her in her tracks, and it was $40, and that's a lot for both of us. But we both were just like, it's stunning, it's beautiful, and it was kind of like her, like I said, her first big girl piece, and everybody needs one of those. So we probably would have styled it on the coffee table, but because of her small little children, we're gonna style it somewhere a little bit safer, and that will be on the shelf. But just again, the color in this is absolutely stunning. Anywhere you can bring in a real life object, like if you could put a real plant here, or the texture of the woven basket, you know, they have to use real material to make that, or a stone, it's just going to bring nature into your home, and it just makes your room feel more alive. So stonework is really beautiful. And that is our shelf. It's simple, elegant. My sister likes things a little bit more minimalist and clean, and so that's what we've accomplished here, and I think that we've done a really good job, and I'm really happy with it. So now we'll leave that one, and we'll wait for the next shelf to come in, but in the meantime, let me show you the chairs and the side table that we've got for the space. So there's quite a story behind the chairs. Let me get them in first, and then I'll explain. Aren't they beautiful? Love them so much. When we were first designing this living room, my sister did ChatGPT, and so we were able to get a better vision of kind of what I was thinking and what she was thinking, and it inserted chairs like this, but I had actually been envisioning swivel chairs because I thought that that would be perfect. They'd be compact enough that you're not going to be blocking this back area here, but also that you can have your conversation piece, but they could also be turned around if you're having Thanksgiving or something, or even just sometimes we have all the babies here and someone's feeding their kids lunch and the other one's just hanging out in the living room, but this way you could turn around and be part of the conversation. And so that was our goal. However, it just wasn't in the budget, and so we decided to bypass that. So I think we've talked about this before, but there's something called Vista Auctions near us where you guys may have something similar. It's essentially an Amazon like bin store, and so you can bid online. Well, it's not necessarily a bin store, they have bins there, but you bid online for returned Amazon items and you can get them at a fraction of the cost. And so when we were searching for cheaper chairs, I found these online on Amazon. So I'll link them down below, but she's like, well, let me check the Vista auction site first, because she's gotten so many things from there. And so she checked and she's like, oh my gosh, the chairs are on there for, again, a fraction of the cost. So she was able to find 2 of the exact chair that we were gonna have her buy full price. Again, super affordable full price, but she got them for less than half off. So anyways, I love these chairs, though. I think they actually ended up working better than what the swivel chairs would have done for the space, because those were a little bit more modern, where I don't think she quite realizes, but she definitely leans into a little bit of the mid-century. And so I really love the curve of the arm. I love that you get the wood on the chairs as well. The swivel chairs, we wouldn't have gotten that. And just the cream color is a nice complement to the Valencia sofa that we have. So actually really happy with these. They're sturdy, but they're also not super heavy, but there's enough weight to them that you don't feel like you're gonna flop over. So I'm actually really impressed with these chairs. So yeah, those are the chairs. And then obviously you don't have a ton of room here for a side table. And so she went on Vista Auction. She found this, I think she got it for like $9. Hang on. How cute is this? It's the perfect size. I do need to figure something out though, because it is very lightweight. And so I'm just nervous that even if you did use it for your drink, because she has little toddlers, that I don't know, I just feel a little bit nervous about it. However, it is the perfect size for this table, and we wanted something round because there is a lot of rectangles coming in here, and just anywhere that you can pop in, like the plant has a roundness, the curvature of the arched cabinet is nice, and so we just wanted to pop a couple different shapes in, but again, it just fits better. And also a square would be weird because you're gonna be having the back facing here, whereas the round, it makes it feel like the spaces are kind of cohesive and aligned and together, if that makes sense. I'm coming up with a lot of words to explain that. Basically, I just didn't want it to look like the back of something, and you still want the other space to be included. But anyway, so if you guys have any tips or tricks, because it's on the rug, so I don't really know, unless there's like, I don't know, so let me know. But anyways, it works for what it is. and for the price that she paid. And again, if it gets busted by the children, nobody needs to cry because it was inexpensive. And now we need to address this coffee table because she got this and the person said there's a split in it. I said, don't worry, I can fix it. However, when she actually got in the space right away, I said, first, it's too small. And second, the wood crack split all the way down. This is a marketplace purchase, Facebook Marketplace. However, this sells on Amazon, and she went and looked at the reviews, and the reviews are horrible because apparently this table is prone to cracking right down the middle. It's faux wood. So I told her, I was like, I could wood glue this and I could wood fill it, but it's most likely you're just gonna end up with it still cracking beside all of it. I don't think it's worth your time or effort. And I could put a bigger top on it, but it's just, you want solid wood. So we're gonna DIY a coffee table, and it's gonna be really inexpensive and easy, and you guys can replicate it. And then the other DIY that we need to do in like the next week is that she found 2 ottomans. So again, we're really trying to maximize seating space in this area. Not only does she have 3 young children, her and her husband are here, but she also has family over all the time. We've got our family coming over, we've got her father-in-law and brother-in-law, and so there's just always, and friends, you know, she always has people over, she's a hoster, and so we want to maximize the space of seating. So with the beautiful couch with the chairs, and I told her, I was like, 2 ottomans would be great. What stinks is that because the fireplace is centered to the wall, but this wall is not as big as this room, and so it's hard to kind of keep everything enveloped. These look awkward. I wanted them in front of the fireplace because I thought that that would be the best place for them, and then I would love to have done like a wood skinny bench under the window that could serve as just a core, but also something you could pull out as extra seating. However, I don't think that's gonna work. So we're probably gonna put the ottomans on this side, but the black is too black for the space. We've gone very neutral. And so she thought it'd be fun to do like a cowhide print. So I think that that'd be really fun, a really fun way to add just something different and unexpected. I think that that's always fun in room decor. So that's what we're gonna do. So we need to reupholster these. So 2 DIYs that we have to do. And then I think we're almost ready to wrap this space up, which is really exciting. So funny story, you guys. I made this coffee table. It's so nice. And I had every intention of sharing it with you on this video. However, I was midway through staining when I realized, oh shoot, I did not get this camera out for this video. I had my phone out to film it, so there will be a reel and I will share the entire process with you guys. But essentially, you take 2x8 by 10s. These are 2x10s. It was a 2x10x8 boards. I think I used 3 of them in total. And you cut them down to whatever width you want. This is 47 inches. 45? I'll have it all for you guys, but pretty sure it was either 47 or 45 inches long, and then you get 8 15-inch pieces, and you put 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 together. I glued them all together. This is just glued together on top. I know it's a little scary, but just glued them down the middle, put it all together, use brackets on either side, inside and outside on each of the sets. And then I sanded it just with 220 grit, and I stained it and I sealed it. And here we go, we have ourselves a Restoration Hardware coffee table for like 120 bucks, I think. I have to double check my cost, but very affordable. This is a solid table. And that's all there is to it. So, sorry about that, but things happen, you know. But much better than the other one we had. Obviously, that thing was a piece of junk. I don't even know why they make things like that. But anyways, okay, so now I think we are pretty much ready to style this room. So let's go ahead and get the coffee table done, put those little pieces in, and we'll do a beautiful little before and after montage, and my sister can finally fully enjoy her space, because I've been like, don't mess anything up until I finish. So let's do that now.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head on me, floating easy. We got nowhere to be.
All right, last major detail in here are these ottomans, you guys. She found these for $11. She has 2 of them on Marketplace, and we had actually planned on doing a fabric, and she really thought it would be fun to do a cowhide, which I still think would be an awesome option because it's so neutral. And then just to have something small, it's not the centerpiece, but it is just an accent, to have something fun like that, I think would be amazing. We didn't love Hobby Lobby's version of it though, so we're gonna keep an eye out for some better fabric. But in the meantime, this is too dark for the space, and so I thought, you know what, you don't really want to invest in quality fabric right now that's not exactly what you want. So we just found these on Amazon actually, and they're slip covers for ottomans. You guys, they have literally created absolutely everything known to mankind, because I thought, I was like, you know, this probably doesn't exist and I'm gonna have to start a company and it's gonna be amazing, but I now no longer have to do that. So anyways, you literally just slip them right on. They have a bunch of different colors, which is cool, because then if you wanted to switch out the color, obviously then you could, if that's how they work. But it doesn't fit 100% perfect, which is okay for this one, just because we are only, and you just tighten it up and tug it on, you guys, and right there. And the great thing about these is that they will be machine washable. We did want, which actually it'd probably be best to throw them in the wash first, because then if it shrinks a little bit, that would actually be nice to give a little bit more of a tight finish. But again, this is not permanent. It's great for right now. Blends in like we want it to. There was a sand color that we actually wanted over this, a little bit creamier color. It was sold out, but this will do for now. So I think this is a really good option. Affordable if you just want to change up your ottoman. Did you guys know these existed? If you did, kudos. If not, I'll link it down below and you guys can check it out for yourself.
Got nowhere to be.
A bit of a bummer, but the second cabinet unfortunately did not make it in time. Part of me wants to just scoot this one over here just for the end shot because I think it'd be really pretty. And I may do that. I might not. But anyways, we had a beautiful, it's right here. We have a beautiful picture. This is just from Hobby Lobby, and it's on a piece of fabric. And it just, I don't know, I just think it's really pretty. And the colors in here are great. And I had wanted to put it right here. Really, can we make ice later or something? But I want to have the cabinet in here first, so then that way I just know that it'll look good. So I think I'm just gonna hang it here for now. I also don't want to put a hole there in case she comes home and she's like, oh, I actually don't like it there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hang it eye level right here, and then the cabinet will cover the hole, which is great. The thing that stinks is that, oh, maybe it came with wire? I don't know. It has 2 spots for wire to put through it. I don't know why people have such a hard time just putting one little picture hanger in the middle anymore. We're getting fancy, but I use tape. Questionable on if that's gonna hold. So anyways, let's go ahead and hang this. It won't work. You guys saw the visual for 1 second. Okay, you get it. Cute. So we have to get some wire hanger. Ignore this for now. Pretend there's a second cabinet over there, and let's go ahead and roll that before footage. even believe the difference in the before and the after? It feels so grown up, it feels so cozy, and it feels so her. I just love this so much. We literally went from a blank slate, a kind of gray fireplace, and an absolutely oversized big gray couch. And look what we did. You guys, I was thinking about this and I was like, if anything, I know a lot of people are afraid to just do something, to just start, because they're like, this is comfortable, I don't love it, but I haven't messed anything up yet. However, just take a look exactly at this room. She started with nothing, essentially, like it was just very, very, very basic, and we've allowed her to grow up a bit, but we didn't really change much. We did warm up the walls a little bit. We went from stark white to a little bit of a creamier white, but we just brought stuff in. This wasn't even like this crazy makeover. So if it's like a paint color that's scaring you, because I know that paint is in right now, you don't have to paint. You know, you could just bring in some color or some nature, and that's a really good way to start too, is start with some neutrals, bring some colors in. This is my sister's first time bringing in like warm wood, and she loves it, you guys. So I think that you just have to start, and this is a great way to do it. Neutrals are safe, but they're still so beautiful and so elegant. It's completely different from what I'm doing in my home, but it's still so fun and beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeover. A big thank you again to everybody who worked with me on this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out 2 pages if you need some curtains for your space. Let me know in the comments down below which one you think we should do in her kitchen. You guys, it's so cozy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And now we have this continuation from her dining room that we did to the living room. We're just gonna keep making this home beautiful, you guys. That's what I hope you guys get from my channel. It's called Heart and Home Crew, because I wanna help you put your heart into your home. I want you to love your home. And of course, I always have a little bit of help from my crew. So anyways, you guys are the best. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this transformation. Again, it's affordable and it's easy. I hope you find it inspiring that it doesn't take much to make your space your own. So love you guys so much, and I'll see you next Sunday at 2 p.m. We are starting my backyard makeover project. I am so excited to make my outside beautiful because I feel like it's not. And so I know like my house is pretty, whatever. I'm very thankful, but I'm excited to beautify. I'm so excited for you guys to see because I've already started. I'm just like, oh, can you tell I'm excited? Okay. Talking too fast. That's what happens when I get excited. Anyways, thank you, Clara, for trusting me and letting me do this. She's not home right now. Otherwise, I'd pull her in here and let her rave about all the compliments of what she thinks. But all right, love you guys. See you next Sunday. Bye. Subscribe if you aren't already to The Crazy Show. The Crazy Show. It's not crazy. It's fun. We're fun and fresh and cool and neat. Okay, just stop talking.